we didn't lose our tendency to respond to fear, but we should lose it, because in this era, we are not based on the same threats that happen in that environment. So you see the way our sort of animal mind still responds to fear, but we shouldn't do it that way. You're afraid of conflict, and so you lead out of a fear of conflict. But David's diagram is correct. The most successful organizations have healthy conflict. Ginger and I were driving a diesel car in Poland one time. We were going to pick up David in Warsaw. And we're driving this car, pull up to the diesel pump, and you don't pump the gas in Poland, they pump it for you. So the guy comes out, somehow figured out I'm an American, and says in his broken English, cheaper or better? You want to know what kind of diesel I wanted? I said to Ginger, he just stated 2/3 of Michael Porter's competitive advantage. Your business, your organization is either cheaper or better, we call it differentiation, or you focus on a narrow demographic. It still works, even though Porter wrote it in 1975. It's called competitive advantage. Your organization is drawing and serving people for one of these three reasons. You're afraid to step out of it. You're leading your organization because you're afraid you're going to lose a customer. And what data has shown since he drew this is organizations who have two are the most successful. Second in success is those who have one. Last is those who are trying to do all things, trying to be all things to all people. You can't do it. That's why this strategy is so fascinating. It's who's coming in and who's going out. Are we moving left or right or up or down? I used to say to my students, you can do this in any industry. And they used to say, oh, what about airlines? They all get you there. Oh no, what about Spirit? They figured this out, haven't they? They know who they are and they know who their customer is. Do you? My concern to you is if you're fearless leadership, you know who your customers are and you know who you are and you know why they're buying from you and you know where you're going to go in the future on this diagram. But if you're afraid, you're going to try to do all three and it's just not going to work. I'll close with this one. It is, when you put your hand on that door, you should be asking, who's on the other side of this door and who am I serving? Because you go through just today, you'll put your hand on 3 to 5 to 8 different doors. And as a leader, you should ask, who's on the other side of the door